How's it going, Shy?
Oh, it's not bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, Shy. I made an extreme decision this week.
Okay.
So I've been giving this thought for a while. I've decided to go like uniform for life. So
Really?
yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of hats. I'm gonna have a lot of sneakers,
Okay.
but like shirt, pants, I'm wearing Dickies.
Dickies only.
Dickies only until somebody pays me otherwise, or I start my own clothing brand.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's it.
all right. All right. So, what led you? I got lots of questions. What led you to the idea of a uniform? What happened where you were like, uniform only?
A few things. One, I don't like thinking about clothing. I like the way clothing looks. I love a dope outfit, but I don't like the stress of coming up with a dope outfit every day. Like if it was up to me, I want to be basically like, yeah, if you see me 28, like if you see me at work, I'm wearing the same shirt, same pants. But like for New Year's Day, I want to bring something dope out.
Okay.
But I don't want to have my issue is that like I want to look that level all the time, and I feel like it applies too much stress to me.
Gotcha.
So I want to eliminate that completely. And then with our job, I feel like the stakes got raised over the last few years where like there was a point where like I felt like everybody hired a photographer.
Yes.
So like we got people doing bar shows that like I'm supposed to be going there to work out. Like I'm gonna just come do some quick jokes on the low in front of these like 15 drunk people that don't know there's a show.
Right.
And we're documenting that shit with a photographer that charges like $500 for a private shoot, but he's doing this for practice. But them shots is looking pro.
Right.
You know, so like now you got like really good documentation of my stained shirt.
Yes.
You know? And I wore that shirt 7 times.
Uh-huh.
And like now I feel in my head of like, oh, I can't wear that shirt because even though I haven't worn it often, I've worn it at 7 shows that have had pictures taken. So now I'm in my head of like, oh, I got to get another shirt, you know, to like, you know, not have that shirt in pictures anymore. So that's to screw all that.
Okay.
I went nuts on Dickies. I spent $500 on Dickies. I bought 6 black shirts, regular. Then I bought 2 like kind of like black, like faded shirts, if you will, something like that. It's like a off black or something.
Like a gray.
Kind of like it looked like, but it is black. Like it just looked like I don't know.
It's faded, just a faded
like
black.
it's kind of like it's been treated as something, that's gonna be like my mix up. Then all the pants is black Dickies. I got 3 regular and 3 with the double knee.
Okay.
And then I got a bunch of black T-shirts from Dickies. I bought black socks from Dickies.
Oh, okay.
And I bought black suspenders. You know what I mean?
Suspenders is a choice.
Suspenders is real. I've been a fan of them for a long time. I feel like not enough people consider them. And I'm a big dude. I don't feel like belts are made for people my size.
Right.
So I feel suspenders, they hold me right.
Okay.
And I'm not actually like out here like doing construction work. So like if they're made for like work, they could definitely handle me walking back and forth on stage.
Right.
You know, so they're gonna be good.
So of the shirts, are they basically the same? Not the T-shirts, but the other shirts. These are shirts with buttons?
All of them are shirts with buttons. 4 of them are going to look exactly the same, and the other 2 will look exactly the same.
Okay.
All the outfits are black fully, but I bought 2 extra khaki colored ones just so that when I go out on Sunday with the family, I could say I look different for my wife.
2 khaki colored pairs of pants?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the shirts will still be black.
Okay. So we're going all black.
Yeah.
And the suspenders are black.
Yeah.
And they're short sleeve, I assume? You don't wear anything long sleeve,
Yeah, always short sleeve, for sure.
Okay. So with a collar. So they're all buttoned down with a little collar, short sleeve shirt, work shirt.
Yep.
With suspenders.
Yeah, but I'm gonna wear
all
the
black.
suspenders under the button-up shirt, but over the t-shirt. You know what I mean?
So we won't see the suspenders.
Right.
So the
You won't see
suspenders
the
are
suspenders.
actually going to be functional,
Yeah,
not
they're fully
just because
functional.
you listen
Yeah, it's
to
not like a
ska or
style
whatever.
choice. Nah,
Okay.
nah.
Okay.
I'm trying to like live. Yeah.
Okay. So what are we doing? What are we doing with accessories? What are we doing with shoes? What are we doing with hats? Do you
So
have an
that's-
earring? Is there a
No.
chain? What's happening?
So
No, I just threw a lot of questions at you.
no, I'm with you. I'm gonna go heavy on sneakers and hats.
Heavy on sneakers.
I've reduced my current sneaker collection is heavily down, so I want to get it back up to like 15.
15 pair of sneakers?
Yeah, I want to get back up to like 15. I'm at like 6 or 7 right now.
Okay.
You know, and I want to get 2 hats per pair.
2 hats per pair of sneaker.
Yeah, that way I can rotate the look a little bit, but the core is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get like 1 or 2 watches. I have a lot of watches now.
Watches. Okay.
But I'm not gonna do like the most expensive watch I'll get will be like a G-Shock. I'm gonna go more like real silly, like niche watches. Like I got like a Ninja Turtle watch that I got at like I don't know if it was like McDonald's or one of those type of places.
Okay.
But like I got like out of those type of things. I like it. I think it's silly. I'm also gonna get one of those calculator watches that was big in the 80s.
A Casio joint. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a bunch of like watches like that they like $10 to $50, but they have like a quirky personality thing.
So these are your statement pieces, are these watches?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Kind of like with the glasses that you do. I'm gonna do that with the watches.
All right.
Chain, I don't know. I feel like because of the black, if I got like a chain that would make me happy, it would also make me a target. You know, like
why? What would be your chain of choice?
Oh, like I 100% want to be Prodigy Mobb Deep. Yo, the P-Rock 40-inch cables, drinking white label. My chain hang down to my dick. My piece bang glass tables. I've had that in my head forever. I want a chain that long. I want it to like hit my belt buckle while I walk around.
Okay, yeah. So we're not there yet. Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, I can't do that right now. I can't afford the security.
Yeah, no. I mean,
you know.
Even still, that's a lot. Okay, so then if it's not a literal dick swinging contest with your chain, you're not going to do a little small one.
Yeah, and I can't do it. It don't feel right.
All right, and you don't have your ears pierced, right?
No.
Okay. How did you manage to get out of the 90s without getting your ears pierced?
Because at the time I couldn't. There was the whole thing of like one side was gay and one side wasn't, and I wasn't. Masculinely secure enough in myself to go and trust that I would remember what side was white when I went to the to the shop. I had it in my head all the time that I was gonna get the wrong side pierced, and people was gonna be like, "Nah, G, it's the left."
It's
and I'd
the
be
left.
like, "Fuck," you know what I mean?
It's the left. But
I had to eat that for years, you know.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Jesus, that's
like
hilarious.
Now I can own that. I'm good, but you know I wasn't there yet as a man, you know, to deal with that.
Yeah, and now it's too late now.
And now it's too late. Now everybody does it. It's not even a statement anymore.
No,
you know?
No, it's not. Okay.
But,
all right. Okay. All right. I wrote all of this down. I just wanted to try and understand your process.
Yeah.
And so have you started to wear the outfit in rotation yet, or?
Well, the shipment comes in on Friday.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. The whole, I actually checked right before the podcast. It's still scheduled on time for delivery.
Okay.
And tomorrow I'm going to do my first purchase of sneakers. I'm going to get on StockX. I'm going to spoil myself. I got a lot of work going on today. So tomorrow I'm going to spoil myself, get a couple of statement sneakers that I was like, oh, I've been really wanting this.
Okay.
And now I can do it.
What are we talking about with sneakers? What are we doing?
So I want to get a lot of one-off things. I might get a couple of generic black or white sneakers, but send them to artists to get them drawn on.
Okay.
I also want to buy sneakers that I don't think are as talked about as much. You know, some I want to cop some British Knights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I want to do some wild shit. Yo, you think I'm playing, Sha?
Bro, you said British Knights.
Straight up. I'm trying to start convos in these streets.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm going to be out here, yo.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Have you been able to find British Knights?
Yeah, yo, they back out here. There's a couple cool pairs, too. I want people to say, what are those? I'm like, hell yeah. You know, that's going to be me.
Okay. What's your budget?
For the sneakers, I'm going to go pretty heavy. I would say an average of about $300 a pair. Okay. But it's going to swing. Like, I'm going to have some $100 pairs, and I'm going to have like some $500 pairs.
Okay. But it'll average out to about $300 a pair.
Yeah, it'll average. And that's part of why I wanted to do this. Because, like, I've always had sneakers that, like, I've loved. And I had a huge sneaker and hat collection. But I couldn't justify that with, you know, having to wear like suits for work and have presentable clothes. Right. Dickies is pretty affordable and I look presentable, and I'm not in many spaces anymore where I need to look like a shirt and tie anymore.
Hey, look, our man, what's his name? Chris, the Amazon, the guy who led the strike against Amazon and helped Amazon help the workers form their first union.
Yeah.
Guy. He spoke at Washington. My man had on a fitted. He may have had a do-rag on. He had on a like a decorated bomber.
Hell yeah!
and he had his Air Force Ones. Like he did not put on a suit. He didn't do it. He was just like, you know, I'm out here doing the work, and this is what I work in.
Amen.
So
I love it. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's also part of it. Like it's like this is super like inside baseball, I'm sure, for like most people. But like we're comics, we're not famous.
Right.
And we want to be one day, maybe. I don't know, kind of. I want to be successful. I know that.
Yeah, we want to be successful.
Yeah. So like I feel like I'm in like the trenches right now. I'm in the middle of it.
Right.
So I wanted this to kind of be like a mental thing of like, yo, you putting on a uniform.
Gotcha.
Like, yo, you going to work.
Yeah, you going to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to take this off? Get that, you know, the $5 million contract, then you could start dressing fly again. Right now, you going into work, you know, so you gotta dress like you work. So yeah, it felt right. I don't know. Admittedly, like when I was explaining this to Gabby, it felt like a one-sided conversation. So I don't know if
what was she saying?
She was saying very little, Sha. I don't know if she's fully on board, but she's
now, you haven't gotten all of the pieces yet.
Yeah.
Are they things that you've worn before? Like you're pretty sure that it'll look good on you?
Yeah, I'm positive of that. It'll look 100% good on me. I've done this before. It's not that far off from how I dress now.
Right.
The difference is that it'll be like a consistent, like, oh, this is what I'm wearing.
Right.
The color and the look of it'll be pretty like straightforward.
Okay.
The variety is going to be without question in the hat and sneakers. But yeah, I thought like it sounded crazy. I think in her head initially.
Well, I all I will say is, make sure, and I don't even think I have to tell you this, but make sure your swagger is very high, because sometimes I put on all black and I'm like, yo, I'm going to look like a sleek art dealer chick, and I look like the caterer at that chick's party. And you know, it's just a matter of like, just all black. It's either the coolest person in the room or the person who's serving hors d'oeuvres in that room. So, you know, you just want to make sure that your swag is so high that people can't mistake you for a waiter. Yeah,
that's why the hats and the sneakers are integral, I think, here. Yeah, I agree. I think that's vital. But yeah, I don't know if she was on board with it, but she's showing patience.
Okay.
Like she's being open-minded. Like, all right, I'll see what you do with this.
Let's see what happens. Let's
see how you roll this out. That's all I could ask for, really.
That's true. I mean, she's seen a caper or two from you before. So she's just like, all right, let's see how this plays out. You know, let's see if it really does change your mentals and all of that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's why she's on board. Like, she's like, all right, like, I think the idea is dumb as a functional thing for day-to-day life. But the mental aspect, that I could see him having a real argument there.
Mm-hmm.
and he has a lot that he's trying to accomplish right now. Let him try this weird thing that helps him get into that frame of mind.
Sure. Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. That's a good idea. I mean, I buy clothing in bulk. If I like a dress, I will go and see what other colors or prints that dress is in, and buy the ones that I like, and then like double up on dresses, just because I'm a plus size lady. So first of all, if I can get that size, that's good, because I'm battling all of the other women that fashion wants to let us know that we're not the right size, even though we are literally the average size of America. So they're only making 3, XL or 2XL things, and it's like, oh, I got to fight like all of the Eastern Seaboard for this from Uniqlo. Got it. So there's that, and then I got to get an extra in case I wear one until it disintegrates. I need to have one on ice. So I have some of that happening in my closet for sure.
Yeah.
But my issue is I always want to do a thing. I'm like, you know what? Today I want to be a blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bitch, why don't you just put on clothes and then go to work and then do a show and then come home? And I'm like, it's not that easy. So
I'm trying to make it that. I want to focus on the jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, and like even like what you hit on there, like I'm trying to get on that Maria Kondo shit, right? I think that's her name.
Uh-huh.
So like I thought about it, and like I can't get rid of shirts that like I know are in trash condition because I really love the shirt.
Right.
Whereas like a Black Dickie shirt, I know I'm gonna get another Black Dickie shirt. I got no emotional attachment to that one shirt. So the second it look kind of jaded, like, oh nah, because to your point, I ain't trying to look like I just worked a shift at the janitor's office when I'm coming to a show. So the second it look kind of funky, I could chuck it.
So
I could bring in a brand new, fully crisp Black shirt, and it look good again.
Now, are you going to rotate through all of the shirts, or are you just going to have, this is the one I'm wearing right now until it falls apart, and then I grab the next one off and order one and do it that way?
I think I'm a wear them all as a group, but the second any one of them has any type of fault, I'm gonna throw it out. Just because money wise, like the shirts are like $25.
Okay.
So like they're not overly expensive. So I'm willing to like take the hit of like I gotta throw this out instantly and get like a new shirt. But I thought in terms of longevity, when I'm home, I'm only gonna wear t-shirts.
Okay.
So like when I go out for like shows is when I'm buttoning up. So like in terms of shelf life, like the shirt might only be getting like a week's worth of use every like 2 months because I'm only wearing it like the 3-4 hours I'm out rocking on stages.
Got you. Are you going to hang them or are you going to fold them? I have so many weird questions.
Hang all day. I moved all the I already moved everything downstairs that isn't gonna be Dickie stuff. What I haven't figured out is the hat. I even got hooks in the bedroom for the hats.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, now I see why your wife is like, what the hell is he doing?
Yo, it's a movement.
Quietly, like, what is happening?
Yo, it's been like a month for me, like tidying up in weird ways. I like added shelving to the bedroom.
Yeah.
I cleaned up the little deck so I could like write jokes outside during the sun. You know what I mean?
You know what?
This is the next thing.
That's great because we are actually moving into a time of like, we've already hit reset and we're preparing, and now is the time that we're really supposed to like be putting in work and all that kind of stuff. So you're right. You're doing that right.
We out here, baby.
Yeah.
It's gonna be serious.
To spend this past month, like getting everything ready. And now
it felt like time,
Yeah. Wow. Well, I applaud any sartorial choices that you're making here. It's a big deal to me. There's a reason why whenever I can't think of anything to joke about, I automatically go to clothing. It's super important to me, and you'd never know it, but it's super important, and I love talking about it. And I'm glad for the Dickie period of your life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a movement. I might get one extra one, and like cause I saw a rap video like 2 hours ago that it had Jadakiss in it, and he had his whole crew wearing Black Dickies uniforms too. And I was like, oh, see, they pull this off. This is great, you know. And but they had them like one off, and it said like so raspy across the chest. You know,
okay.
his voice is weird. So I'm trying to come up with like a cool phrase.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put that on one of the shirts too.
Well, let me know. I just bought a Dickie coverall set, short sleeve, I think.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Like, I got it and I washed it, and it may have shrunk a little, but it's not too small. It's still pretty big, but I feel like if I go down the size and wash it, it'll shrink. It'll be like a little too tight, but I can't tell. I'm trying to figure it out. You don't know with these things. I know they're a coverall, but I just wanted to get some sort of one piece thing.
Yeah.
And all the things that I see that are like fashiony are not meant for my body type. And I was like, let's go to where the workers are. And I'm like, yeah. And I put it on, I was like, this is better. And now I just need like a belt to put on it so that people have an idea as to where my waist is. I got to tell them where my waist is. It's not where you want to look. It's a little higher, but so I got to give people, the clues to find that kind of thing. But so I'm still working that out.
Okay.
Once I get that jumpsuit working the way I want, then I know what to do when I order a second one.
There we go.
Because like I said, I got to have another one on ice.
Yo, about to have a new War Report album covers.
Right. It's black too, so if that helps.
Dickie steamed out. We out here. Gang, gang. Let's get into the news.
Okay.
Iconic Elvis-themed weddings could be banned from Vegas. That's right. Las Vegas chapels of love that use Elvis impersonators could soon be given the cold shoulder after a huge shakeup from the licensing company that controls the name and image of the king of rock and roll, raking in more than $2 million a year. The Sin City wedding business is incredibly lucrative, but it's reportedly being dealt the big blow from Authentic Brands Group, which sent a cease and desist letter last month to operators of several chapels in the area. The letter says the firm will halt unauthorized use of the Presley name, likeness, voice, image, and other elements of Elvis Presley's persona in advertisements, merchandise, and other emphasis that Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, and all other protected trademarks. There is reportedly one exception to this, however. Elvis-themed stage shows aren't set to face legal action as a result of the move under Nevada's right of publicity law, with Mark Tratos, a local attorney who helped write the statute, explaining an Elvis show is a performer essentially entertaining others by recreating that person on stage. According to Las Vegas Review Journal, chapels are expected to be compliant by now, prompting many to speak out with the devastation it will cause to the industry. Kayla Collins, yeah, like this is wild. Like this is big money.
Huh. Okay. So then the licensing company behind Elvis's everything, likeness and all that kind of stuff, they say no to the chapels, but they're okay with performances because that's a person doing Elvis for other people in a performance style. That is not what's happening at the chapels.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily know if they're okay with it so much as the law says it's okay.
The law says it's okay.
Yeah. But the chapel thing, there's no law saying that they have to allow that, so they're saying cut the check or so shut it down.
Oh, wait a minute. They just did this. You know what this smells like to me?
What's that?
This smells like that new Elvis movie's about to come out soon. That Baz Luhrmann has made. And that they are trying to get as much coin as they can. Because they know that, once Elvis enters the building, that people will want to do Elvis shit. And that's one of them. Although, I mean, like, you didn't even really need an Elvis movie to want to get married at one of these things. But it's possible that younger generations are not aware as to how popular and big these particular types of chapels are. But seeing the movie might get a renewed interest, and I feel like his licensing company's like, hey, we're gonna need a cut of all of that, so y'all need to stop. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like to me, to do this out of the blue. If there was no Elvis movie coming, this would be like, that's weird. I hope they're okay. But there's an Elvis movie coming, and I'm like, well, this feels a little. The timing feels suspect.
Elvis's kids must be hard up on money or something. I don't know, B.
Oh, there's just Priscilla? She's the only one. She doing all. I mean, I don't know if she's doing all right or not, honestly. But yeah, she could be. She could not be doing okay. Actually, I'm sure she's fine.
Send her these checks, okay?
Enough. Yeah,
I ain't mad. This should work like a McDonald's. It should be like a franchise. Like, yo, send me 1% of your weddings. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it is hard. Like, if you're trying to, I don't know much about licensing, but at my job, I've seen some of the moves made for licensing for an artist that is extremely well known, especially for product. Okay. And and they are very particular about who they work with. And so you can't just slap it on anything. Although there was a time when they weren't that particular, and there were all these products with this particular artist's work on it that made no sense, and we're just like, why would you make that? And so they've tightened that up. And so I guess this might be this foundation's way of, or this business's way of tightening this up.
I guess. Yeah, because like real talk, I feel like if I ask people younger than me, they would. If I say Elvis, the first thing they think of is weddings, not music, not movies. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what people know him as. Is like, oh, that's the guy that people impersonate in Vegas.
I guess so. I feel like they may. I feel like now young people, you say Elvis, they think he's a racist, right? And then you got to go through that whole thing. Yeah, like I don't know if people are. And that's partially because the younger generations are not as schooled in what came before as they used to be. With the advent of the internet, you can find the thing that you like and stay there for years and never find out about what else happened. So it feels like, to me, like people might not know about the importance of anything that Elvis had to offer. They may not know about, they may have seen it in a movie or two about how Vegas used to be, but Vegas has been basically a family getaway since they started trying to clean that place up in like the mid to late 90s, where they have, where it's just like, oh, it's just a place where families go and blah, blah, blah. And they don't necessarily know how seedy it was. They know that you can gamble there, but they don't know, like, no. And I don't know. It just feels like, they may not know of this. They may have seen it in movies because it's always being referenced in movies. But as we know, movies are always written by people who are way older than what they're writing about. So, like they don't know, like, how many young folks right now know that there was a movie called like Honeymoon in Vegas with Sarah Jessica Parker and Nicolas Cage. And Nicolas Cage jumped out of a plane with a bunch of skydiving Elvis impersonators. You know what I mean? Like that was a huge plot point in the movie. So like, I don't know how much they know. And I guess they're going to, maybe the company in charge of licensing is going to try to capitalize on this movie and try to put forth a version of Elvis that they feel might be sullied, because no one at these Elvis chapels is like young Elvis. They're all old, fat Elvis.
Hell yeah.
None of them are young, jailhouse rocks. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. We can only shoot him from the waist up because when he moves his hips, girls scream and we can't handle that. Elvis. No one's talking about that part of Elvis. I just saw someone who's like probably late 20s tweet like last week or something, how they had not, oh no, this person might be a little bit older actually, tweet how they had not really seen like Elvis in motion before. They'd only seen like pictures of him. Wow. And so when they saw like Elvis, like early Elvis, like dancing, they were like, holy shit, he was just doing this in the fifth. Like, yeah, he was fucking the air. He was fucking that guitar. So yeah, they might not know.
Y'all thought y'all invented dry humping? Nah,
yeah, nah, kid. So,
Elvis was back there stealing that from black artists.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So this may be, I feel like, their chance to try and clean up and try to bring back young, virile Elvis instead of fat shooting out the television Elvis.
Holla. What is it? The peanut butter and bacon sandwiches?
Yeah, peanut butter and banana. Fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Yo.
Yeah.
Visionary right there.
Visionary.
Did you ever hear about the $1 Million Quartet?
The what now?
The $1 Million Quartet.
No, what is that?
I saw the Broadway play on it with Gabby. It was dope. Elvis, like there's it's like based on this moment in rock history where like there's a recording studio that was like shutting down that like was integral to several people's come up, including Elvis's. So like when it was shutting down, they all a lot of like rock artists kind of went down to kind of like pay respects, kick it a little bit, and bounce.
Right.
And during one of the like last few days of the studio, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like they all get together and they impromptu record an album.
Wow!
So it became like one of like the most like. It was on some like Dr. Dre detox shit. Like, when is it coming out?
Yeah, when is it coming out?
It was like that shit for rock. But for other reasons. Because it was like, at the time, Johnny and Elvis were huge. Jerry had like a rep for writing already, but he wasn't famous himself yet. But they all obviously become successful artists. Right. And none of the labels could agree to terms in terms of like who should release this shit. It came out like labels. In like the 90s, essentially, like after most of them had passed. But
right.
But yeah, like I went to see it on Broadway with Gabby for one of our anniversaries. And I think we were like early. I think she might have just hit like 30.
Okay.
So we were like young, and we were easily 30 years younger than everybody else in the place.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure.
Yo, when I tell you, like, so it's a musical, and like at the end, they end it with like a encore 30-minute concert of all the like the best shit from those artists that wasn't part of the show. And it's fucking wild watching like 70 to 80-year-old women like lose their shit.
Lose their fucking minds. Yeah.
Like bras came off, and these is grandmas.
That's a lot of hooks.
Yo, it took a minute. They was like, yeah. And I was like, oh shit. People saying, help me. And then they took the shit off. I was like, oh, this is different. Yo, it was an experience, yo. But yeah, fantastic. I always have love for them dudes because of that. Like, I watched the Johnny Cash movie on some real fan shit. I was like, yo, if you could get women to take off their bra 40 years after you was the shit, to the idea of you is some dude playing you.
Yeah, yo, you.
That is different. Like that is power. So like you made some music.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very true. That's very true.
Incredible experience.
It's something to be like to see someone that you just really fell for at a very important time in your life, usually 10, 11, 12, as you're starting to form all of your opinions. And you see them you're grown up, they're hopefully even more grown up, like we're all grown ups. And, and you are still I've only seen Duran Duran once, and it was when they did a reunion tour in like, oh my goodness, I don't know, 2000. In the 2000s. Definitely in the 2000s. And I have been in love with Duran Duran since I was like in 6th grade. So a lot like mid 80s. And my mother was always just like, nah, you ain't going to see them. What? I'm paying for you to see those boys on. You got enough pictures on your wall. What you need to see them dance for? They can't even dance. No singing white boys. She had a whole thing. And and I finally got to see him. And when I tell you, I mean, like the middle-aged women were out. They were out. They had their chests out. They had glitter on their chest. They were ready to go. They were going to pull them a Duranie. And I was just like, y'all so silly. And then I pulled my shirt up because I had my chest out too. I was like, we're all crazy out here. We're all insane. And I was just joking the whole time. I called my parents like, I'm finally getting to see Duran Duran. Like I was so ridiculous, just being real stupid. And then they went into that first song, which was like from their first album, and not a deep cut, but kind of a deep cut. Like not one I would open with. Like I would think they'd go with a hit. So you're like, I'm going to see Duran Duran. But they were like, nah, these are from my day ones. They started with that song. And I was just like, oh shit, we in it. We in it. Like, I went with people who were not that deep and I ran to the front and they were like, oh no. And I'm like, sorry.
It's different. That's beautiful.
And I was in my 30s then. So I can only imagine what it's like to be like 60 and still trying to throw your underwear up there.
Hell yeah. That's what it is. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? Why not? I hope to relive those moments too. If I see you out there, Topanga, Brandy, you know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah.
Those are my two. I was a Boy Meets World fan and Moesha.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So those are like my coming of age people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
Anyway,
let the Elvises marry people. Is my closing argument.
Saying. Word
let
up.
Them, cut some sort of nice deal and let them marry folks.
Why not? Let them have their moments, you know?
I had always assumed that's how I was going to get married. So let's let that be the truth.
Amen. And Jack Harlow, back off my woman, okay? Leave Brandy alone.
Oh, no, I can't even. She fought back. She's fine. Trust me. She's fine against Jack Harlow. He is barely any bark, absolutely no bite. And Jack Harlow, if you have a problem with me saying that, slide into my DMs. We can discuss it one-on-one.
Real talk.
Anyway.
In other news, virtual learning apps tracked and shared kids' data online activities with advertisers, reporters say. Millions of students who participated in virtual learning during COVID-19 pandemic had their personal data and online behaviors tracked by educational apps and websites without their consent. In many cases, shared with third-party advertisers. Human Rights Watch, an international advocacy organization, this week published findings of an investigation conducted between March 2021 and August of 2021 that looked into the educational services. Of the 164 products reviewed across 49 countries, they found that 146, 89%, appeared to engage in data practices that risked or infringed children's rights.
Look, here's my question. What do you expect? What do you expect to find out of with the data? Like advertise, like I ain't got no money, so you can find that out through my data. You can ask me. I don't have any money. I'm not going to buy what you like. What are you gonna? Is it just for ads? Like, and I'm very good about not clicking on ads.
Right.
I'm like the worst person in any given situation. I'm good at going to the bar and not buying anything to drink. I will turn into a pile of salt before I buy anything at a bar. I'm just like, what does this do? And you sell information to others? Do you hope one day I'm going to pop? Like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand today's marketing and advertising clearly.
Yo, I guess it's grimy because we get the opt-in thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I get why it's grimy, but I'm also just kind of like, what else? What did you think? Like,
what did you not know?
What?
Yeah, like what I find weird about this is the group they're trying to get info from. Because, like, all the rest of us, like, we trying to learn the shit. We don't know how to use it. Kids are sharing everything. They telling you what they're doing online.
Yeah, they
online.
Absolutely are. Yeah,
like whatever it is you want to know, they'll share it. They would have told you where they at.
Like, you don't have to be sneaky.
You don't gotta be sneaky. They ask. They'll share. They'll tell you.
Ask the kid.
Make an app that lets them talk during school. They will talk throughout the whole process for you. You ain't had to sneak into their computers. That's probably the first time you annoyed them dudes. You creating lifelong enemies. You seeing these kids today? They different. Now, I mean, they get angry. They go to Congress. They'll talk. You know what I mean? They're not like us. We would have told our parents and stayed in our place. Don't piss off these 12-year-olds.
Don't piss off the kids.
Straight up.
Yeah, trust me. These kids are going to, because they grew up in this shit.
Yeah.
Y'all are, you're a company. You think you're going to get the best of them. But what you did is you raised them to know all your moves because they grew up in this shit. Companies are going to have to really switch it up because these generations, Z, they are not with the shits at all.
None of it.
And they will tell you such. I mean, that makes it kind of hard to make them laugh because they don't see the humor in anything. But they also will call out bullshit when they see it.
Straight up. That's what they do. They specialize in it.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm of a generation that's just like, well, I mean, just keep your head down and maybe no one will say anything. And that's no good. I envy them. Like I like how they move through things. I do wish they'd laugh a little more. But it just seems to be a bad idea, like you said, to try and pick on these kids because they will.
Yeah, you bugging. Yeah. My homegirl moved to LA. I lost my YouTube TV, and the amount of freaking teenagers that told me about VPNs would blow your mind. Okay. Kids that I didn't even know followed me. They're like, yo, you should get a VPN. Like just DMing me out of nowhere. Yo, this is the service I use. You got your own like VPN subscription. And you don't even got a checking account. They different.
What's that? Different. How?
Yo, well, I don't know. They different, man. I don't mess with them dudes. That's for sure. I don't feel like fuck. I will never fight with you online. That's not my medium. It's not anyone who's picking a fight with me online. I assume it's because that's your medium and that's how you like to fight. It's not how I like to fight. It's not how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to ignore you. Basically, you can keep that. It's not my battle.
I know where I can do my work and where I can't. So I'm going to let the kids have that. Go get them, kids.
Finally, Taco Bell is running out of Mexican pizza, Sha.
What?
This is the weirdest problem ever. Taco Bell's Mexican pizza is becoming increasingly hard to find. Just less than 2 weeks after it returned to menus, demand for the beloved item was 7 times higher than when it last appeared on the menu 2 years ago, which has prompted many of its locations to sell out. For example, the company said one fan bought 180 Mexican pizzas in a single order because of the incredible
limit on that shit. Taco Bell. The fuck you think was supposed to happen? People were mad when you took away those pizzas. Then you come back in the middle of quote supply chain issues, and people are greedy out here. Why didn't you put a limit on that shit?
Yo, 180 Mexican pizzas. They single serve.
That's like what I'm saying.
They made for one person. Who has that big of a party?
Yeah, either you offer it for catering if someone is getting Taco Bell to cater their event. I don't even know what to tell you.
Yo, I had a birthday party at Taco Bell. I'll do it again.
Have it at the place. But I don't know about it. Doesn't travel well. Like it's meant to be eaten in a car, but as the car is moving, like as you're pulling away. What do you think was going to happen, Taco Bell? Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I'm with you. I'm blown away by this because they underestimated it. Mm-hmm. They didn't realize the hotness of their supplies, even though all they've been doing for like the last year is dropping dope product and taking it away.
Yeah.
Okay. Your chicken wings, fire. Okay. That weird flavored French fries, fire. Okay. I don't know what it was. I just know it was good. You put a cheese dip next to it. I'm in. Okay.
Was it yuca? Did they have yuca fries?
I don't know. It had it was fries, but it had like a like a zest to it. Like it felt like they put adobo on the fries.
Okay, they probably did.
It was different. I was with it, you know? But what bothered, those two I kind of got. This one bothered me because, like, everything about this pizza is shit that goes on a taco.
And they should already. That's why I'm like, how are they running low? Taco Bell has always, we all know it's been the place that has 7 maybe ingredients, and they make the most with it. They use every part of the buffalo with that. So that they are out of Mexican pizzas is wild. If you're out of Mexican pizzas, you're out of food.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at
food.
It's cheese, tomatoes, the bean spread, ground beef on tortillas. That is everything on your menu.
That's everything. You could get a Nacho Supreme and just say, lay it out like a pizza. Like it's the same thing.
Hell yeah. You know what? That's how I'm going to order all my Mexican pizzas now. Okay? I'm going to be like that annoying dude at Chipotle asking for the quesadillas as me. I know y'all don't make them, but you got everything involved, and your customer service website says you got to do it.
I don't know why they don't. I went to a Chipotle concept restaurant. So they had different things, not just the normal stuff, but where they were trying out other stuff. And they had quesadillas on there. But they had it, I think Chipotle now, they may list it, but under kids. And I'm like, oh, so kids are the only ones that like hot cheese? Get the fuck out of here.
I like
Keep my stuff up. So, yeah, but they were trying all these different things. And I'm like, oh, is this a concept one? And it was very fancy to me. But yeah, and I've always just been like, why don't y'all just go ahead and make quesadillas? Why are we just dancing around this? Let's just do this.
Put it on the menu. You know how to do it.
You know how to do it.
And if I ask you, do it.
The heat is right there. It's all right there. Just put it on the menu.
Just do it. It's not that hard. Plus, you know what ends up happening? When you act like you don't know how to do it and I ask you still do it for me, you do it wrong, now you got to make it twice.
See, okay.
You know, and that's only because there's no training.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just have a way that you do it.
Have a way that you do it.
And do that. And then, I don't know. It's so ridiculous. I can't believe what did you think? Haven't you been paying attention to the chicken sandwich wars of the of the 2020? Like, we've been through quite a few chicken sandwich wars, and you're going to take away Mexican pizza, which literally, when they took it away, you could hear in space the crying in the streets. So what did you think was going to happen?
Yo, so when you get 180 Mexican pizzas, do you count those before you pull off?
I would hope so.
Right? I think you got to verify that order.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, that's real.
I bet a third of them didn't even have cheese on them. Like, I bet they're at Taco Bell. You trying to work them like that at a Taco Bell?
Yo, mama, if you ordered that during like any type of rush, on God, I hate you, son.
Yeah. And I can't think of when is there a time there's not a Taco Bell rush?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know when their rush is. Like, that might be like 1 a.m., you know?
That's when it's busy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they rush hour might be like weird out. Like a weird hour.
So maybe like, I was going to say 4, but that's when kids are out of school.
Yeah. You might have to go there like
in the morning.
Yeah, I was going to say like right after breakfast.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to pull up because I saw their breakfast look decent too.
Oh, see? Well, how are you going to bring eggs into this equation when you can't even handle the stuff you got now?
They got a $5 breakfast box. This is crazy. It's a bacon, egg, and cheese burrito. It comes with little Cinnabons.
Oh, right.
The dip joints, the burrito, a cool coffee, and I'm forgetting it has like one more item. Oh, a hash brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess maybe you got to make room for, because those are definitely things that are not normally.
Yeah, that's a diesel breakfast right there. And none of that's on the menu the rest of the day. Look at that. Yo, if you would
that's great, but Mexican pizza, y'all.
Yo, make that happen.
Yeah.
If you would like to support Shalewa and I's Mexican restaurant franchise.
Ooh, yo, no, if you want that.
All you got to do is like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple, if you're an Apple, a Spotify listener, I appreciate your ratings. They always help us out. Sincerely, thank you. 4 stars. You don't understand the potential of wheat germ tacos. You don't see the vision, but they're going to be great. 5 stars, you know there's a demand for these weird niche cravings that me and Shalewa have that we will put in taco form. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's going to be a great day. Wheat German crackers in the taco. Like, like squish them up, sprinkle them on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything flavor. with a rich cracker sprinkle.
Yeah, for texture, like how they do with the Frito chips. I'm telling you, we got to start out, B.
That's true. You want salty, but you don't want corn chip salty. You feel like you already have a corn tortilla. What if we just give you saltine sprinkle on top? You ain't think? Come on.
$1 million idea, baby.
Yeah.
$1 billion budget, admittedly, might cost us some money.
Yeah, probably.
If you have any articles you'd like us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am head chef Gastor Almonte, always with the marketing manager.
Oh, dear.
Shalewa Sharpe.
I'm going to bring that dog back, so I don't know if you want me to...
Yo, that dude was dope.
yeah. I'm gonna bring that dog back. So
these are the future owners of several Taco Bells and the host of the War Report. This has been a bonus episode. Catch y'all next time. Peace.